Alright, so we're getting pretty close. Okay. So now more than anything, we're just kind of adding our features to make. Oh, let me turn the music off. Sorry. Cool. Sorry about that. Here we go. So we can. Let's see. I'm gonna actually flip this one over. Transform, reflect. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, it looks like he's like. That works. Let's hit OK. Cool. I might move these in a little closer together. Maybe rotate. It's up to you, right? I mean, like you're making your own. You can kind of figure out what you want to do with it. I think I'm happy with that. All right, so now I'm gonna make a foot. See what that looks like. I'll just use a shape, object, envelope, distort, make with warp. Let's see what that looks like. Whoa, too much. Let's bring that down. Bring these in. Bring that in. So you're just kind of messing around with it to figure out, maybe what you want it to look like. I don't know. I'm not sure. So I'm going to go, let's mess around with a couple more and see what they look like. So that's fine. I'm okay with that. So I'm going to hit OK. And you're just kind of eyeballing it to see what you're happy with. So this is fine for me. So I'm going to hit envelope distort, expand, cool. So what just happened there is that because I'm still on the shape tool. If I click right now, it's going to make the same shape of what I just used. But I don't want to do that. So if you have that happening, that could be why. So I'm going to go up to my selection tool by hitting V. Bring my foot over. Maybe try to line it up for it to make sense. Because I don't want to see too much of it. I want it to blend in relatively seamlessly, so I'm just trying to line it up. That looks not too shabby. All right, so I'm gonna do the same. Bring that one over, line it up because they're relatively close. Right, maybe zoom in, but that looks pretty good. So I got feet. Let's put some claws on those feet. So I'm gonna take my selection tool again. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna drag it down. I'm gonna shrink it. I'm going to rotate it. So right now it's up. That's not what I want. So I want to transform, reflect. See what that looks like. Maybe this time I'm going to flip it horizontal. I hit OK. I'm going to zoom into my foot a little bit. Remember, if you zoom in, you can hit Command plus and minus to move around while you're zoomed in. If you hold down spacebar, you can click and drag as long as you have spacebar held down. You see them a little big still, so I'm going to shrink it. Let's rotate them a little bit. Actually, let's see. What do we want them on, top or bottom? Let's figure that out. So we got to decide if we want these on top or bottom. Let's bring this above the feet and see what that looks like. I'm going to hit Command Z to go back. Command Shift Z to go forward again. I don't mind that. Might make it a little smaller though. A little smaller. So I can fit a few of these things on there. Maybe I rotate it just a little bit. You're just trying to make yourself happy with these things. I'm going to hold down Alt, make another one, make another one. I'll give this guy 4 claws. That works pretty well. And I'll line that last one up so it kind of lines up nicely with that bottom edge. So let's zoom in really close. This is me getting particular. All right, so that way it actually looks like it blends in a little bit. We can do the same with that top up there. And cover it, get rid of all that blue maybe. It looks pretty good. So I'm going to copy. All right, I just held down Shift and selected each one. Now I'm going to hold down Alt so I can make a copy of it. And I should be able to drag it right over. It may line up, it may not. Let's see if I line it up. Looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out. So now I got claws on this guy. Let's see, there's a couple things we can do to give him more dimension. We can create a shadow if we want to on half of his face. We could, let's see, what else could we do? Let's give him a couple spots. So I'm going to go with my ellipse tool. I'm just going to make a couple spots quickly. So on the sides over here, I'm going to make my spots a little more ovally, right? As if they're almost like going on the side of his body. Make it a little smaller. And I might use a couple different colors too. So I'm going to make a copy of that. Hold down Alt. Maybe widen this one out a little bit, make it a little bit smaller. And I'm going to hold down I and select a different color. All right. Do I like that? I don't know. I'm going to go back. Keep it at yellow. Maybe make this one real small. So at this point, we're just kind of tinkering a little bit to decide what we like, what we don't like. Maybe a couple more. So I'm actually just going to take these same ones. I'm going to bring them over here. Maybe make them a little bigger. Stretch them out a little bit. Where do I want to put that? Yeah, it's too big. That's very distracting. This one's going to look like it's a little closer on the face. Maybe we'll do a group of a couple of them. Maybe do a group of 3. Right, just trying to make it something you like. So I'm cool with that. That's not too shabby. Let's see, if I wanted to make a shadow. All right, I'm going to show you how to make a shadow. A quick and easy way to make it look like he has a shadow onto him a little bit. So actually, I'm going to click on his body shape. I'm going to make a copy of it by holding down Alt or Option. I'm going to actually do that twice. Okay, I'm going to select both of them, and I'm just going to go over here and click on minus front. Oop, let's do minus back instead. Cool, so you can see what we're left with is this shape over here. I'm going to drag that, and I'm going to put it right there. So you can see it's the same shape, right? Now, you can see this arm and the leg look like they're a little bit off now. So what I can do is I can click on those things and now use an eyedropper. So I can hit I or just go over to the eyedropper. And I'm going to select that same color. So now all of those things are the same color. You can see it looks like I didn't line it up perfectly. So I'm going to go in and shift it over to the left a little bit. Looks like it's still not. So I'm going to zoom in. That's pretty good. Zoom out. It looks, his mouth seems a little silly now. I mean, it was silly anyway, but I'm going to shrink it a little bit and move it over. So that way it looks like it's a little bit more, not on that side. If I really wanted to, I can also change the color of these and bring that color down just a little bit. So all those things that are on the same side of that shadow. Same thing, just going to go over here, click on that darker tone. Just that way it's a little bit more consistent. What else can I do? There's a lot of things we can do, honestly. Your imagination's kind of your limit. Let's see, what else? We can basically, let's bring this eye over here. I want to make a circle shape. It doesn't really matter what color it is as of right now. I'm going to go to the bottom of this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make this actually even easier. I'm going to take my eraser tool, make a big circle. I'm going to select this, use my eraser tool, make a biggish circle. I'm just going to cut out the bottom of that. So what that does is it gives us, once again, a little more character. I can actually bring it down right on top of my nose now if I want to, or bring it up, keep it a little bit above. Let's see, what else should we do? We can, if we wanted to, we can make a shadow underneath. I can take that shape. This time, let's make this like a grayish color. A light gray, maybe. Hit OK. Drag that underneath of him. So as you can see right now, it is a little high, right? And it's on top of everything. So what I could do is I could take this, go over my layers, drag it all the way down. Or an easy way, if I hit Command bracket, you can see if I hit Command left bracket, you can see it goes down. If I hit Command Shift left bracket, it'll bring it all the way underneath. All right, so now I have a little bit of a shadow. I can rotate that. Actually, if the light's coming from that direction, it would probably be closer to this, huh? Make it a little thinner. If we want to, we can make that blurry. Let's go to Blur, Gaussian Blur. Let's see what that looks like. Let's hit OK. All right, so now, and it's still editable, right? So we can actually go in, make it a darker color, and all that stuff. So it looks good. Okay, so there we go. That is your vector monster in a nutshell. Like I said, it's up to you to decide what you want to do. If you want to give you a 3, you can make it exactly like mine. If you want to get a 4, you can take the same tools that I've shown you in this and make it your own, right? So you can make your own total monster. I'm going to give it a background too. I'm going to give it a purple, or that same color pink. So let's do this. All right, Command Shift. I'm going to turn it to that pink that we selected before. That's intense. Window, transparency. I'm going to do darken. Nope. Overlay, I always forget which is which. Let's stick with darken. We can change the opacity of this layer too to make it a lot lighter. So now at this point, I'm just messing around. All right, don't forget to save. When you save your final file, you need to go up to File, Save for web and devices, and you